What if the food you're eating every day is packed with chemicals banned in other countries? Today, we're exposing the hidden poisons in American food and why the US allows them while the rest of the world says no. Stay tuned for the shocking truth. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And today we're diving into a topic that'll make you rethink what's on your plate. Toxic but approved, the hidden poisons in your food. The US allows thousands of chemicals in our food, some linked to cancer, hormone issues, and even brain damage, that are banned in places like Europe, Canada, and Japan. I got curious after reading about dyes in candy that mess with kids' behavior. Why are these allowed here, but not there? In this video, we'll uncover what's in your food, why the US is so lax, how other countries do it better, and what you can do to protect yourself. I've got stories, stats, and a surprising tip at the end, so don't click away. Let's start with a scary number. Over 10,000 chemicals are allowed in US food, and many are potentially toxic. Cereals, sodas, even meat, stuff we eat daily, can contain things banned elsewhere. The Environmental Working Group says 99% of new food chemicals since 2000 were approved by companies, not the FDA. That's right, food companies decide what's safe for you. I was shocked when I checked my favorite cereal and found BHA, a preservative linked to cancer. In Europe, you'd never see that on the shelf. Why? Because their rules are stricter. This gap between US and global standards is what we're digging into today. The big issue is something called the GRA loophole, generally recognized as safe. Back in 1958, the US made a rule that common ingredients like salt or sugar don't need FDA approval. Fair enough. But now, companies use this loophole to add new chemicals without FDA review. They just say it's safe, and into your food it goes. A 2022 EWG report found that 756 new chemicals were added this way since 2000, compared to just one getting proper FDA review. My friend's kid loves fruity drinks, but I told her they've got brominated vegetable oil, banned in Europe for causing thyroid issues. Companies, not regulators, decided it's fine. That's the GRA problem. Let's talk specifics. Some chemicals in American food are banned in other countries because of health risks. Take red dye number 3, found in candies and snacks. It's linked to hyperactivity in kids and cancer risks. So Europe banned it years ago. The US? Still legal. Or brominated vegetable oil, BVO, used in sodas like Mountain Dew. It can mess with your thyroid and nervous system, so it's banned in Japan and the EU. I used to chug those sodas until I learned what's in them. Then there's potassium bromate in some breads. It's a possible carcinogen, banned in Canada and China, but you'll find it in US bakeries. Why does the US lag behind? Europe's food safety system is way stricter than ours. Their rule is called the precautionary principle. If a chemical might be harmful, it's banned until proven safe. In the US, it's the opposite. Chemicals are allowed until proven dangerous. That's why Europe banned azitocarbonamide, a dough conditioner in bread that's also used in yoga mats and linked to asthma. It's still in American bread, and ex-post call it the yoga mat chemical. Europe also requires warning labels on packaged foods, like Chili's black octagons for high sugar or salt. These cut sugar purchases by 26% in chili. The US has no such labels, so we're left guessing what's safe. So, why does the US allow this stuff? Money and politics. The food industry spends billions lobbying Congress. In 2022, they dropped $14 billion on lobbying per Open Secrets. The FDA's underfunded. Consumer Reports says it doesn't get enough money to review chemicals properly. Plus, the GRA loophole lets companies bypass scrutiny. A former FDA official, Michael Taylor, admitted in 2014 that the agency can't vouch for many chemical safety. Meanwhile, Europe's food agency, EFSA, has more funding and stricter rules. It's like the US prioritizes profits over people. I saw an ex-post saying, follow the money trail. It's hard to argue with that. Other countries are way ahead. Europe bans over 1,300 chemicals in food and cosmetics that the US allows. Canada and Japan banned RBGH, a hormone in US milk linked to cancer risks. China and the EU outlaw glyphosate in some cases, It's a weed killer that ends up in crops and may cause cancer. I read about a mom who moved from the US to Germany and was shocked at how clean the ingredients lists were. No dyes, no BHA, just food. Places like Mexico and Chile use warning labels to flag unhealthy ingredients, making it easy to choose better. The US leaves us reading tiny labels, hoping we spot the bad stuff. Kids are hit hardest. Their bodies are still growing, so toxins like dyes or BPA could do more damage. A 2021 study linked artificial dyes to ADHD-like symptoms in kids. BPA, once in baby bottles, mimics estrogen and can mess with hormones. It's mostly phased out, but its replacement, BPS, might be just as bad. My sister stopped buying canned soups after learning about BPA in linings. In low-income areas, where processed foods are often the only option, kids eat more of these chemicals. It's not fair. Why should a kid's health depend on their zip code? Europe's stricter rules protect their kids better than ours do. These chemicals add up over time. In the US, 60% of adults have chronic diseases like diabetes or heart disease, and diet plays a huge role. A Harvard Public Health article said ultra-processed foods cause 678,000 deaths a year, more than all US combat deaths ever. Trans fats, banned in 2020, were linked to a 23% higher heart disease risk, even in tiny amounts. I used to eat those pre-made cake mixes until I saw they had trans fats. Now I bake from scratch. Sodium, sugar, and chemicals in processed foods drive obesity and cancer, but the FDA focuses more on bacteria like salmonella, which kills far fewer people. It's a priorities problem. Let me share a story. My friend Lisa's mom died of cancer, and they traced it to years of eating processed foods with MSG. She trusted grocery store food was safe, but MSG can build up and cause harm over time. Another friend, Jamal, gets bloated every time he eats dyed snacks. He switched to organic and felt better, but organic's expensive. A post on X said, "We're the sickest nation with cancer and diabetes skyrocketing." It's true. Our health stats are worse than many developed countries, despite spending $3.5 trillion on healthcare yearly. These stories show how hidden chemicals hit real people, not just headlines. Genetically modified organisms, GMOs, are another hot topic. In the US, GMO corn and soy are in everything, from cereal to soda. Europe requires GMO labeling, the US doesn't. Studies on animals show GMOs might cause organ damage or infertility, but human studies are lacking. A 2009 French study found glyphosate, used on GMO crops, damaged human placenta cells. I started checking labels after learning my favorite chips were GMO heavy. On X, people call GMOs killer foods, but the science isn't settled. Still, why does Europe demand labels while we're kept in the dark? It feels like we're guinea pigs. Pesticides are another issue. Glyphosate, sprayed on US crops, is linked to cancer. Bayer faced 1,000 lawsuits over it. Europe banned it in many cases, but it's still all over American farms. Atrazine, another weed killer, is in US water and linked to birth defects. Switzerland banned it, but not here. I stopped buying non-organic apples after learning about diphenylamine, a chemical to stop browning that breaks into cancer-linked compounds. It's banned in 20-plus countries, per an X post. Pesticides don't just stay on food, they get into our water and bodies, building up over time. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive. Let's demand food that nourishes, not harms. If this video blew your mind, smash that like button. It helps spread the word. Drop a comment. What's one toxic ingredient you're avoiding now? Subscribe for more videos breaking down big topics like this. And check out the video linked on screen about health myths you need to know. See you next time.